Logan Paul will be facing Dillon Danis in the ring on October 14th, and pros have finished putting in their predictions. Conor McGregor was originally supposed to train Dillon for the fight, but he's shown that he doesn't know what's going on in Dillon's camp. Conor stated, "Dillon's gonna win. Dillon will win. You know, he had the baby. We didn't get to train together, so I don't know the ins and outs. I know he's doing well, he's still training, and he's gonna go for it. He's had a baby. He had a new baby, so I tried to bring him out. Dillon's good." Tommy Fury didn't want to get involved with the drama surrounding the fight, but he definitely thinks that Dillon has what it takes to beat Logan.
Made of his back and forth with Logan Paul, and who'd you pick for that one?
Listen, I'm not going to get involved in that back and forth because it's personal between them two, but I do believe if Dillon Danis shows up ready to fight and wants to get him out there, I believe Dillon Danis can do the job, because at the end of the day, listen, no matter what field it's been in, he's still more experienced in fighting than the other man. So Dillon's a lovely lad, really like him, so rooting for him.
UFC fighter Sean O'Malley definitely thinks that Logan Paul is turning this into a legal battle to stress Dillon out during his fight camp. Sean stated, "Whether Logan and his girl should have done that or shouldn't have, it doesn't matter. It was fight tactics. I've been sued in a fight camp. It's not fun. It's very stressful. You're getting lawyer fees every week. I think it was literally pure strategy for that. Bro, they're in New York. New York lawyers probably ain't very cheap." True Geordie gave his own opinion on the fight, and he doesn't think that Dillon will be able to handle a shot from Logan.
Got a feeling if he goes in there and just tries to trade with Logan, this fight will be over very quickly. That's the way I see it happening, to be honest with you. The more I look at this, the more I think Dillon will go in there, he'll be like a deer in the headlights, and he'll commit to a shot, and Logan will slip it, and he'll pull counter, and he'll come back in with his body weight. It'll be a right hand, boom, and Dillon won't know what the is going on at that point.
Matt Brown thinks that Logan might underestimate Dillon, and he thinks that's a mistake he can't afford to make. Matt stated, "I'll tell you what, if Dillon doesn't make it to the fight, we have no clue if he's actually going to fight, but if he does, we shouldn't discount Dillon. He's a really, really good athlete. He's been doing stand-up for a while now. He's his own worst enemy. He backs out of these fights, talks all this stupid says some of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life, and just starts feuds with completely wrong people, like Gordon Ryan and Gary Tonin. Why would you start a feud with those guys? They thrive on that. But he's a athlete. I will say probably just on an athletic playing field, he's got to be comparable to Logan Paul as an athlete, I think." Vidal Riley, on the other hand, doesn't think that Dillon will be able to handle his own in the ring against Logan. Vidal stated, "I think Logan's going to kill him, to be honest. Not literally. I need to be careful with my words. Dillon Danis has never proven that he's effective with punching. We know that he's a jiu-jitsu specialist, but when it comes to throwing strikes, I've never seen anything that makes me think he can stop someone like Logan attacking him. So I see a Logan Paul win." Flagrant talked about the fight on his show, and he sees the fight going in a completely different way depending on how Dillon handles Logan.
I think Logan wins the decision, and I think there will be a lot of like grabbing and a lot of kind of holding. I don't think it will be a beautiful boxing match, but I don't know if Logan will be able to hurt him. And I think that in the clinch, I think Dillon can really probably control him. Logan will win the decision, but it will be kind of ugly. And I think that he'll lose the PR war. They'll be like, "Oh, you said you were supposed to knock him out. You said you were going to do all these things, and you couldn't even knock him out." I actually think Dillon's victory will be not getting knocked out.
Gordon Ryan still thinks that Dillon just won't show up for the fight. Gordon stated, "Historically, Dillon hasn't shown up to anything, so we'll see. Logan trains. Dillon doesn't train, so I don't think he'll show up." Zerka appeared on Bradley Martin's show, and he thinks that Logan is picking his opponents for a specific reason.
Oh, definitely Logan. Yeah. I'm rooting for Danis, but man, I'm really doing a hit piece on Logan. Dude, he's like doing 2 years of professional training before he picks out an opponent who's eating like hot dogs, not training. Like, it's so, don't you think Logan needs a real challenge? Like, because Danis is like, "Oh, I'm fighting, okay." Like, he's a cool guy, he's hilarious and stuff, but Logan's been training with professionals for 2 years. So don't you feel like it's a little snaky? And how come no one comments that?
Colby Covington didn't like Dillon's chances against Logan, and he actually doesn't think that he can fight at all. Colby stated, "Danis is not a fighter. That guy can't throw a punch. He literally couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. So the guy shouldn't be there. He's just there to get his whooped by Logan, and I think Logan starches him. I haven't really been paying attention to it because it's a circus sideshow. Bro, like, these guys aren't real fighters. I could care less about their fight. KSI thinks that Dillon Danis has done way too much against Logan and Nina, and he should just focus on boxing.
Do you think he's gone too far?
I think I guess for his point of view, he's going to be like, oh, all's fair in love and war. You know what I mean? But I think for him, it's just been relentless, man. Like, it's just been constant, like every day, every single day. And yeah, I don't know. I think now, knowing what I know and like how I am now, I feel like it's a line that's being crossed. And like, it got to a period where he started, going at my girlfriend and started looking for pictures of my girlfriend. That she's a person that's very private, who she doesn't care about the fame. Yeah. She just wants to just keep to herself. So when he was going down that route, that's when I was like, bro, like, you're not even fighting me. Like, what is going on? So
Again,
and I that's why I'm like, for you, it's like, why doesn't he just focus on you? He's fighting you.
Logan Paul has just about had it with Dillon and his antics, and he plans to do all sorts of stuff against Dillon. Logan stated, prediction for Dillon Danis, whatever the I want. If I wake up that day, I want to make him go 3 rounds, I'll make him go 3 rounds. If I wake up that day, I want to go 4 rounds, I'll go 4 rounds. If I want to take him out with body shots, if I want to break his ribs, if I want to break his nose, if I want to piece him up one by one, rearrange his face delicately, surgically, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do whatever the I want to Dillon Danis October 14th. Dave Portnoy thinks that Logan should have expected every bit of this since Dillon is known for his drama before fights.
I like Logan, and I know Dillon. I think you signed the deal with the devil when you're fighting Dillon Danis. Dillon Danis
You have to
is
expect
a
it.
savage. Now, do you know he's going to go that hard on Nina Agdal?
Wild.
No, but it's the fight game.
Yeah.
I think you just what is the I saw the video where she likes, I don't know how he got that, probably illegally, but he's like photoshopping her on pictures, so who cares to a degree? But that's Dillon Dan. I just ignore it. That's what I would do. I mean, it's harder said because it's not Logan.
Really? Yeah.
It's like I'm sure,
Yeah, he's
like if
coming
someone's
at
going
wifey.
after my girlfriend like that, it would be hell on earth for me.
Yeah.
I don't think Logan he's just managing his fiance, which he should and has to.
Anthony Joshua is tired of people getting onto Dillon for his drama tactics, and he thinks that all of this is perfectly acceptable. Anthony Joshua stated, I'll be real, in this game of boxing, there are no rules. The internet is undefeated. All of your information is out there at the end of the day. What you put out there will always come back around full circle. So unfortunately, they're using this as a war tactic, and you're at war, so there are no low blows. Anything is acceptable in the art of war. Logan admitted that he was expecting some sort of drama out of Dillon, but there's a line that you don't cross. Logan stated, that's why we chose Dillon. He's good at promoting fights, except this time he broke the law. Everyone asks me, did he cross the line? There's a difference between crossing the line and promoting a fight and committing a federal crime. If the person who you committed that crime against wants to hold you accountable, you gotta sleep in that bed. Dillon, on the other hand, is just hoping to get a hold of Logan in an MMA match next, but he has to show up for this fight first. Dillon stated, if I get one on him, I'm putting him to sleep, and I told him that. And we agreed to an MMA match. We shook hands on it. He said that if I show up to box, he'll fight me in MMA. Dillon Danis recently took a polygraph test to answer some burning questions, but when it came time to answer about pulling out of the fight, he couldn't give a straight answer.
Make them. I mean, the bigger they are, the harder they just like Logan.
Are you 100% going to be fighting Logan Paul on Saturday, the 14th of October?
Maybe.
Can I get a yes or no answer, please, for the polygraph?
It's maybe.
Darren Till even called that Dillon would pull out of the fight, and he thinks that this is just the kind of fighter Dillon is. Darren stated, Dillon Danis is going to pull out of the fight 100%. He's not going to take the fight. I'm sure of that, but I'm ready to step in anytime and they can contact me or my management. All the details are on Twitter. It's creating a lot of hype and interest, but they're just all so Tristan Tate is certain that Dillon is going to end this fight with a body shot finish. Tristan stated, bookmark this tweet. Dillon Danis stops Logan Paul in round 4 or 5. Body shot. That's my prediction. Jake Paul doesn't care what kind of training Dillon is doing, and he thinks that Dillon will do way too much for Dillon.
You think people are underestimating him at all in this fight, though?
I don't think there's much to estimate.
Because, like, with
on.
Logan, too, like, obviously he looks as athletic as He's
Yeah.
obviously been training, but he is, like, what, 0-2 or 0... Is it, what's the official?
He's
0-1?
technically 0-1 as a professional.
And the line's, like, I don't know what the line is, but I know it's, like, crazy.
Yeah, I mean...
You know
that's
Logan's skill probably better than a lot of people, so, like...
Yeah, this is what makes it interesting.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.